When it comes to managing all the content that my agency, Creatorly Media, publishes on a weekly basis, batch working is absolutely essential to make sure that we're posting twice a day on Instagram, once a week on our podcast and blog, and soon once a week on our YouTube channel as well. I've had to create crystal clear processes for batch working to make sure that I can actually complete all of the various content that we're putting live every single week. Even though I like to have my strategy planned out about a month in advance, or at least I have some concept of what the rhythm of posts is gonna be, what types of posts I'm gonna make on an average week, I tend to just make the content for 1 week the week before, because I find it very overwhelming to batch work an entire month at once, especially when you're taking into consideration recording podcasts, writing blog posts, and also eventually producing YouTube videos. It's a lot to do all at once, so I like to do it week by week, and it also gives us the opportunity then to make sure that we're staying kind of like relevant and timely. I do think batch working a whole month in advance is possible, just not for me right now, as I am kind of doing a lot of the Creatorly Media stuff solo at the moment. Anyway, today I thought that I would do a little batch work with me, or bring you along for a work day in my life to kind of show you what my process looks like, and just so we can hang out while I get all this work done. Since I've transitioned to having a business in addition to my YouTube channel, instead of them being the same thing, I felt so much more work-life balance. And also I feel like I have a lot more room for creativity on this channel, which I'm really loving. So I hope that you've been enjoying the videos that I've been making so far. If you haven't already checked it out, I just published a video on Friday about how I'm trying to become a minimalist again. So that's the kind of stuff that I want to experiment with, in addition to work with me day in the life type content. So anyway, yes, we're talking about Instagram today, but we're doing it in a different way. So I'm happy to have you here. Got my desk all set up. We've got the essentials, the external hard drive for storing all the content we make, the iced coffee, the AirPods. We are ready to go. So as I was saying, today we are batch working content for Creatorly, and I'm really excited about this opportunity to kind of take a different approach to content creation, because, you know, I've done the personal brand thing, obviously still doing that for my own content, but Creatorly is different because I really want the content to focus on the community aspect, being relatable and relevant to the kind of creators that we're trying to reach. And so I have kind of developed a strategy based on doing a lot of sort of shareable or viral potential tweet graphics that are sort of relatable to the target audience, and then pairing that with reels, which I've done a mix of reels that my team have created and I've been creating, and I think I'm going to start experimenting with sourcing reels or TikToks from other creators as well, obviously giving them credit, but kind of taking that like community generated sort of approach. So I think it's a mix, because sometimes it's just actually quicker to find your own idea for a reel and make it than to try to go find a reel that like makes sense for your audience. So anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna start out my work this afternoon by sourcing or writing tweets. So I'm gonna open up twitter.com, and I've created an account just for Creatorly, and the idea there is that I pretty much just follow accounts that I think will be creating valuable stuff or stuff that's relatable to our target audience, so I can kind of like screenshot it, add it to our lineup, and then if I'm struggling on a given day to find tweets that I feel like are relevant, then I'll just kind of brainstorm for a bit and write my own. And since the Creatorly Twitter is not exactly popping off, I feel safe with just like writing a bunch of tweets and sending them all out at once. It's not like I schedule them or anything, and then I just screenshot them right away and then put them into Canva. And that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, honestly, I'm not finding a lot of interest today on Twitter. Sometimes I feel like I get on here and it's just like my brain starts to melt, because the kind of nature of it is that everybody there wants to be a thought leader, so everybody's just trying to say stuff that's going to be really punchy and impactful. And that's why the content's so good for Instagram, but it's also like, you can only like take so much of that. Where it's like, okay, people, like there is such thing as nuance and complicated takes, and not just everything's not so simple and memeable. But anyway, that's my own thing. I'm gonna open up Canva now, and I've got a template that's kind of like multiple slides that I just drag and drop my little screenshots into. So yeah, gonna do that. I kind of have a variety of gradients that fit with Creatorly's different colors, and I will sometimes create like custom kind of memes as well if I have ideas for it. That's kind of my process. I feel like I really need coffee or something, because for whatever reason today I'm just like not feeling it. I just see the people of Twitter and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna quit social media. I hate it. But the content calendar demands content, so we soldier on. Okay, so I've got all of my little tweet graphics scheduled for next week, so that looks good. I just kind of schedule them for 10 a.m. every day, and I don't know, I think it's a good time. Clearly, I am so thoughtful. But really, I balance it out with the 10 a.m. is when the tweets go live, and then 3 p.m. is when I will post the reel for the day. So, speaking of reels, I need to record a few. Where is my phone? I have a couple sort of saved up already from the last time I batched, and I actually had more than I needed because sometimes inspiration strikes and sometimes it doesn't. So fortunately, last time I was working on this, I had made a couple extras. So I have one of these is going to go up today because it's not 3 p.m. yet. So I've got one for today, and then I've got 3 for next week. So what I'm going to do now is actually start browsing TikTok, but I promise with intention, I'm going to try to not get too like sidetracked with entertainment. And I'm either going to find some trends that I could replicate myself, or we'll see if I can come across just some reels from other people, TikToks, you know, I use them interchangeably, that I could reshare. And I'll show you how to do that and how to download TikToks without a watermark so that you can share them on Reels without, you know, losing your opportunity in the algorithm. But before we get into that, I want to quickly tell you about a really cool link in bio solution that is really great for creators, entrepreneurs, and they are also the sponsor of this video, Koji. So thank you, Koji, for sponsoring today's video. Let me tell you a little bit more about them. Now, of course, we're doing all this work batch working content, right? And the point of it isn't just for the sake of having content, it's for building community and promoting your business. Now, one of the best ways that you can get your audience on Instagram to get to your website or to your digital products or your services is through using Koji. Koji is a new link in bio service that offers really fun and interactive ways for you to connect with your Instagram audience, whether you're a creator or an entrepreneur. This includes some pretty cool ways that you can monetize your Instagram. For example, you can sell digital products directly within Koji, meaning people can buy your presets, your ebook, whatever it may be, without actually having to leave the Instagram app. All they have to do is tap on your link in bio and they can make their purchase directly within that link in bio page. In order to do this, Koji offers a ton of really cool apps. For example, there is the Tip Jar app, which allows your followers to leave you a little tip, give you a little contribution as a thank you for the content that you create. There's also apps like Link Locker that allow you to provide paid access to files or certain content on your website. In addition to apps that allow you to monetize your content on Instagram, there's also really cool features that allow you to be more interactive with your community. For example, there's the Custom Cam app, which allows you to create templates and filters that your followers can use so that they can take their own selfies and add them to a group album. Or group stories, where your followers can essentially all contribute to a collective Instagram story, which is super fun. And there is so much more than that. You can check out Koji's website for the full list of apps that you can implement in your link in bio. Koji's goal is to make the process of creators interacting with their audiences more seamless. There are so many creative ways to integrate Koji with your Instagram strategy, so check out the link to their website in the description to learn more. You're definitely going to want to try it out. Okay, so I probably spent about 20 minutes, half an hour scrolling around on the Creatorly TikTok, and I have found a few that I want to feature. So I've got 3 for next week that I recorded myself, so I think that's a good balance that I'm going to bring in 2 from other creators. So what I'm going to do now is pull up the snaptik.app website, and what I can do with that is basically just take the links that I've sent myself to these TikToks, run it through this website, and then I can download a version of this TikTok without the TikTok watermark. Because obviously if I just downloaded it within the app, it would have the watermark on it, which Instagram has like blatantly said they are gonna not show those on the Reels Discover page as much. I think I've got all my content batched for next week, social content wise. I realized I forgot to say at the beginning of this video that I already wrote the blog post and got that scheduled in Squarespace. I kind of have this like weird dual situation going on where I'm scheduling blogs on the Creatorly website, but then like the podcast still on my own website just because that's where the RSS feed is. Anyway, I am getting really hungry now. It's only like 4 o'clock, but in my defense, I did have half a burrito for lunch, so I hope this video has been valuable. I feel like I just kind of, here's me batch working. I don't know if it's overly informative, but this is what an afternoon in my workday looks like. I had a meeting as well. I had a really great meeting with a potential client, which I'm really excited about. So added that to my to-do list for Monday to work on a proposal for her. Yes, the to-do list for Monday is definitely growing. It's Friday afternoon, and so, stuff just starts getting sent over to that Monday to-do list at this point.